Here I am via Zoom with the very talented Kris Angelis. Did I
Hi.
say that right? I hope I did.
Yes.
Awesome. I don't want, this part of the country to forever after pronounce your name wrong in case you ever get
Yeah.
a chance to come here and play.
I've played in Santa Fe a couple of times. It was
Oh,
nice.
you have?
Mm-hmm.
Was that like last year?
Yeah. It was last year when I was on my 50 state tour, and
You did a
then
50 state tour.
yeah, I played in all 50 states.
Dang. And were you driving the bus too, or what?
I was driving my car. Um,
Oh, it was just you. You
it was
didn't
just
have like a whole
me.
band and equipment
No,
and everything.
no. I mean, I had equipment, but it was just me. My whole artist slash crew, one man, woman show.
Wow. So I've been really digging the new album. It might be, is it your first album?
No,
Okay.
I put out my first full length album in 2014, and I've put out a couple EPs since then. I did one called Pieces That Were Stolen in 2019, and then this one is That Siren Hope, which came out at the beginning of 2020. So
It's so beautiful.
thank you, thank
Now
you.
I'm going to have to go back and, check out those others you mentioned.
Yeah. um,
So the That Siren, comma, Hope,
yes,
I believe there's a comma in
there
there.
is.
You're very strict about your punctuation.
Well, it's because I mean, I guess it maybe wasn't necessary in a title, but I wanted it to be clear that it was talking about that siren whose name is Hope, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, if you were to say all that, it would be too long to get on the
Right.
front of
That
the album
siren
cover.
who's called Hope. Yeah, it's a little long.
It's a pretty cool picture on there. It reminds me of, did you ever see the movie Get Out?
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of, you remember when she was hypnotizing him with the
Yeah.
the teaspoon
When
and
she's
the
like,
teacup,
sink.
and he
Yeah.
just like went
Sink.
through into another, weird
Yes.
hypnotic universe. That's what it reminds me of.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if that's where you got it from.
I didn't consciously think of it in that way. It was more about, falling into, the ocean or whatever after you've been called by the siren, you know?
The siren. Now, the depending on which version of mythology you read, the sirens are either really awesome or really scary.
Yeah, and I think yeah, I guess there are different versions, and I think they can be both, right? Um, in a lot of it, and the reason that I called this song that is also that title and the whole album that was because it was coming from a place of feeling like hope was dangerous. It was coming from a place of kind of feeling like I had lost hope, and that hope was something that lures you in like a siren, and it tells you all these beautiful things that you can have, and then oops, you crashed into the rocks. Ha ha ha.
Oh no.
you know?
Hopefully
Um,
this wasn't like a relationship gone bad
oh,
or
yeah, totally.
oh
Yes.
no.
But it can apply to lots of things. It can apply to anything that are feeling like that. I was gonna have that, and now it's not here.
Well, hope, like you say, hope can also be like the siren. It can be really beautiful or it can be really scary.
Totally, because it is also like the light that keeps you going when you don't know what's going on, and that's why there's that lyric. The main lyric in the song says, "I thought that shine was a lighthouse, but it was just that siren hope," and yeah,
Waving your fist in the air. Yeah.
yeah. But we
after you
all
after you've, reemerged from the ocean.
indeed. You're like, you tricked me, but I'll still listen to your song.
So there's sirens and there's ghosts. I'm thinking that, you might have a whole pantheon of mythological creatures in your mind when you're writing these songs.
Yeah, yeah. Somewhat. I got into reading that book Mythology. That's sort of the whole. It
The
gives a.
Ovid, the Metamorphoses, or
It's a. And now I'm blanking on
just
the
the Edith
author,
Wharton book on Greek
but
mythology.
yeah, but there's it's book. It's called Mythology is the title, and It's just a really concise, easy to digest versions of most of the Roman and Greek myths. So I guess that was
I
definitely
didn't know there
influencing me.
was an easy to digest version of those myths. I mean, I took like college classes on it and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, at least I felt like it's a good sort of reference, you know?
Well, when you figure out what the title and the author is of this easy to digest version, please email it to me. I
Okay. I
appreciate it.
believe the title is just mythology. So,
All
yeah.
right.
I'll look it
So
up.
you were just like getting into that, and that's where some of these songs sprang from, or
Yeah, I mean, I'd been into that sort of imagery and stuff before, and then yeah, I got a lot more into it, and it was
I
definitely
guess the song "Ghost" isn't really about ghosts per se,
no.
like in a Halloween way, but more like like somebody ghosting you.
Yes, something like that, but also yes, that's part of it, but it's also about the idea of things that haunt you, you know, like the ex or the thing that you didn't get to have, or whatever that is just sort of this ever present force in your life, and wanting to come to a place where you are understanding and feeling empowered to say, hey, maybe you're a ghost, but I'm not. I don't have to live in this purgatory world where I'm being held back. I am actually still alive and still breathing, and I can move forward. And so I was feeling pretty down about the same kinds of things, but then wanting to lift myself up by reminding myself of that, and whoever else may need that message. So hopefully
Well,
that song's a
the
bit of an
power of
empowerment.
music can soothe even the maker of the music.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, that's part of why I do it. I can't, I don't know how many times I've said, I don't know how people who don't have songwriting or some kind of art to express
Oh,
all of their feelings get through life. I don't know.
you don't know how many times I've thought almost exactly that since
Yeah.
COVID started.
Right?
Like, what do people that don't have an artistic, creative kind of outlet do when
Yeah.
they're in lockdown? And how do they stand it?
I don't know. I think that they consume a lot of art, probably.
Maybe.
I don't know what else you would do. I don't know.
So,
There are times when people, um, I do a lot of live streaming, and mostly it's very positive, but there are times when people will come into my live streams and they're like, "Why don't you get a real job and contribute to society?" And I'm like, "Excuse me?" Like,
what?
um, okay.
Well, we are thanked on a almost daily basis since March
Yeah.
by people who are just glad that we're still, you know, presenting new and interesting music and musicians to them every day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm
Including
so
you.
so honored to be one of them that you have added to your
Yeah.
playlist. Thank you.
Well, before you get started with the little mini concert, why don't you narrate for folks a little bit of the Kris Angelis DIY rise to, that's gotten you to this point?
Oh gosh. Okay.
How did you decide that you wanted to be a musician for a living?
Wow, how did I decide? um, I don't know that it's exactly a decision. I think it's a compulsion, right?
Ah,
Um, but
there's something else you want to be doing. Yeah. Uh,
yeah,
I know how that goes.
but in terms of how I got here, I guess I started off at a very young age with my twin sister making up songs, on the farm in Florida, and learning how to harmonize, and by
Uh,
listening to my parents' records, of the Archies and the Beatles and the Eagles and all that stuff, and just we both, my sister and I, had whatever the performance bug, and we would make our parents and grandparents sit down, and we would hide behind the curtain in the
you
living
would do
room and
little
come
concerts
out,
for them in the living room.
perform. Yeah. And I don't know where we came from in our family. They're all doctors and stuff, and accountants, and they're a little like, okay, where did you guys come from?
That is
That's
so awesome.
yeah. But yeah, then we started doing some musical theater camp, got definitely super, that added to the fire of wanting to do it, got into doing theater. So I was at first I was an actor more, performing in community theater and stuff like that, and then moved to LA to do film and television acting, did some of that. And as I was going through that, and when I was in college, started really, I picked up a guitar. I had played violin and stuff and in youth orchestras when I was younger, but I started picking up a guitar when I was in college, just trying to, and writing songs. And I think that came from a place of needing that kind of outlet. And that's when I started performing, and it just kept going, and it kept being what was feeding my soul even more than acting. I still enjoy acting, but it's definitely not my focus anymore. My twin sister is the movie star now. And yeah, it just, like I said, it wasn't a total decision. It just sort of kept happening, and I didn't make other decisions that would have taken me off that path. So
Did you say you were twins?
yeah, I
Do
have
you
an
ever
identical twin.
do you ever feel like, I don't know, like what was that movie? It was like an old Disney movie
The Parent
where
Trap?
the yeah, where the twins like
Yeah.
change places.
Yes.
Did
We
you ever
didn't have
like
to
get
do
the
that because we
feeling that
lived together.
oh,
um, no, we did. We
I'm
did. We
just
tried
wondering
to.
if like like you went into music and your sister went into acting. Do you ever get the feeling that you can both like do that for the other one?
For sure, yes, we do that. As my sister jokes, we're each other's special skill, like on our resume, because we just get to say twin. Because she will sing with me, and it's lovely to have those sister harmonies. Whenever I ask her to, she'll sing with me, and that makes it extra. I love harmonies, so it's always wonderful to have that. And then if she ever gets a part or an audition where it needs to be twins, I can do that with her too, because I have
That's so awesome.
also acting training. And so, yeah, it's really
I've
fun.
I've always wished that I had, another version of me that could help me out and, do stuff because I got too much stuff to do.
Totally. I mean, she has her own life, so can't really do that with her, but she is amazing. Actually, she does help me out so much. She's sort of taken on this role in the last couple of years of, because she's also very much into filmmaking and writing, directing, all of that. And so she's actually directed a few of my music videos. Actually, one of them won 3 awards in the International Independent Music Video Awards this year. Is one that she directed, and she is does all these photos and all this sort of, she's taken on this marketing. She wants to do my visual marketing, and I'm like, yeah, sweet, thanks, do it. you know
Awesome.
so it's
So
awesome to
did she
have.
come up with the album cover too?
She did not come up with that, but I definitely always ask her opinion on those kinds of things, and she approved. Yeah, and she just has a wonderful eye. It's nice to have someone outside of myself who has the same ideas. Like, we know what each other's thinking and what each other wants, usually in that kind of respect. And so in she was there for the photo shoot, and she's there for the music video shoot, and she was able to, make sure that we got what I wanted. And I don't really have to describe it to her. She just knows. It's really awesome.
That's super cool. Do you
Yeah.
guys have like a secret twin language?
Yeah, I guess. Apparently, we used
Or
to
like,
have our own language when we were very little. I don't remember it, but we would say things to each other that no one else could understand, and clearly, do things that we had discussed.
man, I think somebody should write a book about you guys.
I
Be a
don't know that
great
we're that different from any other sets of twins.
Should we bring up the Grammy thing or what's going on with that?
We can.
Aren't you like
I
shortlisted for a Grammy or something?
Yeah, I was on the ballot for the Grammys for the first round.
How have you gone this long in the conversation and not like tooted your own horn about it?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. You were asking me interesting questions, and I guess
What's that like? I mean, how did you find out? And did you like pass out or what happened?
I how did I find out? I mean, I am a member of the Recording Academy, which is who does the Grammys, and so I got an email, hey, you can vote. And I had known that it would be a possibility So it wasn't like a huge surprise, like, hey, you're on the ballot. Like, I knew that it was going to be a possibility and was getting ready to sort of promote that. And then I got an email that I had been accepted. And so that was exciting. Yeah. And then I just kept going with the hustle of trying to get votes. And so it was very much like a campaign. And
Sending
I
like social media posts to all
yeah,
your
and just
friends.
reaching out to as many people as I could find who are also voting members of the Recording Academy. And it's been really fun because I've gotten to connect with so many other artists and hear so much music, which is not something that probably would have happened otherwise. So it's been really a lovely, lovely way to connect. Whether or not I get nominated, which I'll find out November 24th, it is only a positive experience because I've connected with so many more people.
It has to be. I mean,
Yeah.
you're so early in your career to get this kind of recognition. It must be very gratifying.
It's really, I'm very honored and excited to be part of it. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if she's ready, I present Kris Angelis.
This song is That Siren Hope from my album, That Siren Hope. Do you know where we're going? I've been sailing for days, tossing boulders in that rowdy sea, longing for your gaze, like a minefield full of fireflies, drawing me in when I should flee. Are you ever truly satisfied? Would you really want to be? I thought that shine was a lighthouse, but it was just that siren hope. Sang me to sleep, oh yeah, she taught me to dream. Turns out her song was just a joke. to sleep, oh yeah, she taught me to dream. Turns out her song was just a joke. Turns out her song was just a joke. So this is a song called Maybe Let's Not Do Christmas This Year. I said it was a little bit of a quirky, different kind of holiday song. And I think it's something that is somewhat relatable to, especially this year. And it's coming out Friday, November 6th. So you can actually pre-order it if you want, and it helps it, you know, with those iTunes numbers and whatnot. So yeah, here we go. Sneak listen, you guys. I've been thinking with my wine-stained mind. Lately I get sad when I'm drinking, but I'll be fine. It's been a hard one, don't we know it, dear? Couldn't do so many things, so let's not do Christmas this year. I don't know if my heart could take it. Let's just skip right to the new year. I don't know if I could fake it. After all the games turned real, without all the songs and stories, it's easy Christmas this year. I don't know if my heart could take it. Let's just skip right to the new year. I don't know if I could fake it. After all the games turned real, without all the songs and stories, it's easy to pretend. Maybe if we don't do Christmas, ours could have a different end. I don't wanna think of our cinnamon-flavored conversations met with silent nights, nostalgia-scented decorations, and all those tangled fights. Insincere congratulations, unfulfillable expectations. Should we really try our patience when we could say goodnight? If we invite Scrooge and Marley, the ghosts will want their fun. If we don't do Christmas present, we'll never know what's yet to come. I don't know if my heart could take it. Let's just skip right to the new year. I don't know if I could fake it. After all the games turned real, without all the songs and stories, it's easy to pretend. Maybe if we don't do Christmas, ours could have a different end. I don't know if my heart could take it. Let's just skip right to the new year. I don't know if I could fake it. After all the games turned real, without all the songs and stories, it's easy to pretend. Maybe if we don't do Christmas, ours could have a different end. So yeah, that's my little, maybe not Christmas song.
That was fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm with you.
You know, I mean, as much as there's lovely things about the holidays, they're also pretty stressful any year, and especially this year we're just like, oh man, like, I don't know if I can do more of this. So
Well,
that's
that
all
was
it
a
was
great
about.
performance. I can't wait to see how it turns out after you put your polish on it.
And by the way, that song, maybe Let's Not Do Christmas This Year, is in the recording, it's a duet with Abe Abraham, who's also a wonderful singer-songwriter.
I don't
So,
know him. Is he from where you're from?
Yeah, he's from Colorado, I think, but he lives in LA now, and he's great. I just got to know him a little bit when we played a show together, and we had been talking about maybe doing a collaboration, and then I just called him the day that I was going in to record this song, and I was like, hey, are you available? You want to come sing on it? And he was like, yeah. And he did great.
Nice. That's so cool.
Yeah.
So I guess LA still has a pretty decent, like, musical community, although it's probably not as robust as it used to be back in the 70s or whatever.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I feel like I have met lovely, wonderful people in LA.
And it's probably not like, every other person on the street is a musician like Nashville.
No, that's mostly actors.
Yeah, right.
Film industry people. But there are a lot of musicians and a great community in LA as well.
I can't believe somebody would like troll you while you're performing about being a musician and getting a real job. That's so lame.
I know, trolls.
You need to shake your fists at those people and tell them to get off your lawn.
I usually, right? It's like, you can go away if you're not into it. Like, you came into my house, But I mean, I think that they're, trolls are trolls because they're sad and bored or hurt or something. And usually I try to ignore them, or I'll just say something to the effect of like, art is something that I'm sure that you consume as well. Correct me if you're wrong, if I'm wrong. But and it also creates a lot of jobs. Every time I put out an album, there are numerous people that are working on it.
I wouldn't even understand how the mindset of anybody who didn't need creativity or art in their lives would even work.
I know, it's so foreign. I know there are people in the world who are just not fans of music, and I don't understand those people. I respect them, I guess. Everyone's different, but I don't understand.
Yeah. All right, Kris, thanks so much for doing this.
Thank you.
And I hope everything goes well for you, and that we
Thank
get
you.
to maybe see you in person someday.
Oh my gosh, I hope so. I love Santa Fe. Yeah, last time I was there, year and a half ago, I went to one of those hot springs
Oh yeah,
after I went and saw my friend play at Meow Wolf, and then
nice.
we got to like have a private kind of entrance into one of those hot springs that's around there, and it was really fun.
Who was your friend playing at Meow Wolf?
Gregory Allen Isaacoff.
Oh no way.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's pretty great.
he's
He's
awesome.
he sells out all the time.
Yeah, no,
He
he's
sold out like 2 nights at Meow Wolf, I think.
yeah. That's when I was there. Since they had the sort of the day off the next day because they were playing twice, that night we went and we were at that hot spring till
Nice.
like sunrise. So it was
That's
cool.
so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the bands that I'm pretty good friends with. I don't know if you know them. They're called the Infamous String Dusters.
I
But
don't know them.
they played Meow Wolf one night, and they somehow got clearance from the Meow Wolf people to like stay there all night and shoot a music video
Oh, that's sweet. That's
for their
awesome.
new song. It was so cool.
That is cool. I know someone who did that too. I think. Do you know Zane Carney and Evan Rachel Wood? They have a band together, Evan and Zane.
I know Evan Rachel Wood from like movies, don't I?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know them personally though. I've
Well,
never.
anyway, I think they did a video there too. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a really cool place.
Yeah, I think everybody that plays there is just like a total fan from the minute they set foot in the place.
Yeah. I hope I get to play there sometime.
I know. I hope anybody gets to play anywhere
Yeah.
sometime.
Oh my gosh, yeah, okay. I forgot for a second. I was in another world of non-COVID.
Let's roll back the clock.
Yeah.
It was one of those funny things like last week when we were reminding people to turn their clocks back over the
Mm-hmm.
weekend. We were like, can we just turn the clock back like an entire year and just
Yeah.
like do over?
Yeah.
That would
Or
be
yeah,
like, that would be my wish if I had like one wish.
that's
Can we just
that's
like
a
do
good one.
2020 over and not like do it the way we did it?
Yeah. Do over. Yeah.
All right, Kris, take care. Have a good
Thank
night.
you. You too.
Hopefully
Bye.
we'll see you soon.
Bye.